Hey, I'm Phil Harris and I'm here with Tim Vine and we're here to talk about, Tim?
All things property market 2025 as we wrap up the year.
What was a trend that you saw most amongst buyers and sellers? Were there any external factors that contributed to these trends?
I think one of the biggest trends, Tim, we unquestionably saw for home sellers in a rising property market where it's so competitive, multiple buyers on most properties, there's definitely a far stronger emphasis, I think, these days from home sellers around price maximisation in all of those strategies. So we're seeing a much broader approach to home renovation, home styling, and definitely the levels of marketing are now being amplified via photography, videography, and obviously digital and social has now become far more prolific across the home sellers in a rising market. In terms of the buyers, Tim, I mean, you're out there calling a lot of auctions this year. What did you see from people buying property?
I think we saw flexibility was probably big on what buyers are now using when they buy, in terms of it's no longer about having to have 1,000 square metres, have their 4 or 5 bedroom home. I think there is that compromise of going, well, maybe apartment living could be for some people. So they're looking at the factors of what am I located close to? Am I in a city? Am I moving out north, south? And
that's really for the South Australian property market. That's almost a change in lifestyle now. Now saying, hey, I'm prepared to look at CBD, higher density dwelling, as opposed to the traditional 3-bed, 1 bath on 1,000 square metres.
And starting to look more location and what's in the community. So actually going, community is not the CBD. Community might be somewhere a little bit further from town, but I've still got access to schools, cafes, everything you need. So.
What are you seeing locally? Anything unique happening in SA compared to the national picture?
Well, I think in 2025, Phil, we certainly saw SA put on the map a little bit more in terms of not only property prices, but through a bit of tourism as well. We had a lot of people coming into the state for a lot of the events that we had. And I think it's actually turned a lot of people's mind to go, it's no longer the potential state, it's actually fulfilling the growth that we knew it was capable of.
Yeah, and I think that even links back to Adelaide, particularly over COVID, when we had such extraordinary capital growth coming out of COVID. It was always Adelaide was kind of the future opportunity. I think Adelaide is now well and truly, it's actually on the map. It's not potential, it's here, and it's now arguably the highest capital growth city in the country, and that's based on those reasons.
As we wrap up 2025, what are your favourite moments within the Harris team?
Well, I think looking back, reflecting over 2025, Tim, it really was an extraordinary year for the team, both across the entire group, but also the individual. I think just looking back at the details lately, we sold just shy of 4,000 homes for the calendar year, and we expanded into some new marketplaces, which was really, really exciting. But on top of that as well, we also had some great involvement within our local communities.
Yeah, and a good example of that was the Good Home that we did just a few months ago, where
large charity auction.
Large charity auction, property sold with no reserve price with the team at Villawood and Weeks Homes, where that was a personal highlight for me. First time I've ever auctioned a home without a reserve price, but I think to be able to give back was probably the really exciting part for things like that. So that's probably my personal highlight for 2025. Well, Phil, that's a wrap on 2025.
Yeah, it certainly is. So wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, and please, if you have any real estate needs over the Christmas break, don't hesitate to reach out.